What is manufacturing? Simply put, it is the process of making things. And it is the same process whether you're building a birdhouse, an automobile, or a jetliner. It all starts with an idea. Let's look back at history to get a little perspective. Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, Harvey Firestone, Bill Boeing, Alexander Bell, and Jerry Lemelson were all great inventors. The idea guys, the acorns from which grow mighty oaks. Oh, never heard of Jerry Lemelson? Well, more about him later. When an idea is born, the first step in the process of bringing that idea to life is planning. In today's world, we refer to this as product design. It's no longer hand-drawn on engineering boards. It's done on computers, laptops, and tablets. The idea may still have been generated on the back of a napkin, but its actual design requires cutting-edge software and technology. With advancements in computer-aided design, commonly referred to as CAD, today's engineers are able to design complex components that our forefathers couldn't even dream of. At the same time, the rise of computer-aided manufacturing, referred to as CAM, has made it possible to turn the fanciful ideas of the product designers into reality. The first modern computer numerical controlled machine, called CNC, were introduced at what is now IMTS in Chicago in 1952, with a lathe made by Monarch Machine and a vertical milling machine called the Milwaukee Matic II, made by Kearney and Trucker. The K&T machine was even capable of automatic tool changing. The birth of numerical control is generally credited to John T. Parsons, a machinist and salesman at his father's machining company, Parsons Corporation, which is located in Traverse City, Michigan. Those early CNC machines required countless hours to manually program and set up before a physical part could be produced. Today, advanced CAD/CAM software can analyze a design on the computer, write the necessary machine code, and do it all at the push of a button, even simulating the machining so that engineers can review every step of the process before the first chip of metal is produced. But the manufacturing process doesn't end once the first finished part comes out of the machine. There is always room for improvements in the product design, process efficiency, and part quality that allow manufacturers to create better products with lower costs. So who is responsible for identifying and achieving these improvement opportunities? It's actually the people in the center of the manufacturing process. The folks with their hands on the machines. The ones that have ambition and a desire to learn. The ones that like to make things. Those that are rarely satisfied and are always looking for a better way. Engineers, planners, production control, floor supervisors, machine operators, setup personnel, and sometimes even salespeople get involved. The art of manufacturing is a canvas that is touched by many. Manufacturing is a series of processes, not just a single project. Projects have a beginning and an end. A process is ongoing. The art of manufacturing is truly that, an art. Oh, hands still get dirty and backs sometimes still get sore. But worker safety is no longer an afterthought. Worker comfort is a high priority, with air-conditioned shops being the norm these days. Dark and dirty are conditions that no longer apply. Many manufacturers use their production environments as showcases, bringing both existing and potential customers through to demonstrate their commitment to quality and innovation. Whether it's a 747, an Indy car, a titanium implant, your family car, your cell phone, or your computer, they all began with an idea. The idea was followed by planning, procuring, and processing. Those are always followed by improving, and so it goes. Try to find one thing today that you can put your hands on that has not gone through that series of steps. It is impossible. It was manufacturing that built our great country. It is manufacturing that has offered so many the opportunity to live the American dream. It is manufacturing that opens its doors to folks wanting to make a contribution regardless of their level of education. Manufacturing has no prejudice, no ceiling, and no bounds. A person's future is limitless. Making things will always be a challenge. Making things better will always be an objective. So what does the world of manufacturing have to offer you? The answer to that question is limited only by your ambition and your imagination. You can become a part of the manufacturing community. All it takes is your commitment. By the way, remember Jerry Lemelson? Not a household name, but perhaps he should be. Jerry Lemelson was one of the most prolific inventors in history, with 605 patents to his credit. What did he invent? Things like automated warehouses, industrial robots, cordless telephones, fax machines, video cassette recorders, camcorders, and the magnetic tape drive that's used in Sony's Walkman tape players. Mr. Lemelson was a true idea guy. He was certainly the acorn of many mighty oaks that provided jobs and livelihoods and built not only things, but dreams. The art of manufacturing.